So, Shadow here. This is Steins Gate. Elite is the subtitle. I don't know if there's any others. So, the premise is that supposedly your actions do affect the story that unfolds. Tips list. Let me use my controller instead. There we go. So for those who, how much is this game? This specific game was $40 maybe. It's a full game, and so the premise of the story is there's time travel to an extent. He's sending his consciousness back in time. And basically he's trying to figure out what's going on. I don't know how much of the anime this game follows. I don't know anything about it, but pretty much. So it's 100% blind.
It's kind of nice to see Nintendo go with a different, series for once.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna repeat what I just said so I can hear it.
Oh, I have to change the, it's in Japanese right now. I have to change the audio. Jeez, girl.
I'm sorry, I needed ice.
Alright, so I'll change the configuration so that it's back in English. That's some sweet user interface menus. I don't want basic. There we go. Text. Oh, I can't change it? Let's go back to the menu and see if I can change the audio. And let me tell you how much this game is in the meantime. Config. No, they really don't let you change the... You bastards. Well, you guys watch anime, I think, so... Oh, I should have hit freaking...
I really don't know how much anime Greg watches.
What are you mumbling about? There's no sound from the phone against my right ear, only silence. I am baking in the summer sun. A bead of sweat slowly slides down my chin and drips onto the concrete. How much ice do you need, girl?
It melted.
Ocarine. Earth to Ocarine. You talking to someone? I nod and put my phone back to my ear. Still no sound from the other side. You can speak from my Yuri.
Okay.
My contact is wise to maintain silence. The whole area could be bugged.
Oh, Jesus. He's so paranoid.
Um, he watches a metric shit ton of anime.
Oh, sweet.
That's shots, not Greg.
I know, not Greg.
So, to preface this, he's very eccentric, and he's kind of like a scientist, and he does mad science projects, and
he's like schizotypal,
he
which is like Willy
no
Wonka.
he's he has like this whole act that the government is spying on him and his projects, and they're always gonna like come down on him. And Mayuri is his
Sounds like paranoid.
quote unquote hostage, but she's just there to like join in the fun of the club that he starts. No, I was just talking to someone. Everything's fine. I'm about to infiltrate the assembly hall. Yeah, Dr. Nakabachi got the jump on us. Nakabachi got the jump on us, but I'll make sure he tells us everything. What? The organization? Yeah, that's the people spying on him. Spying on him. What? The organization is already on the move? I see. So that's the choice of Steins Gate. L size Kanguru.
El
Sai.
Kanguru.
Blah, blah, blah. Give me some water. Please. I thought you... What's my favorite anime? See?
Yeah! We knew we liked you. We knew.
You already won over Luna 100%.
Man, you're pretty awesome. That is my favorite anime, is Sword Art Online.
I have a lot of good ones that I like. Full Metal Alchemist, both of them. Death Note.
I like Full Metal as well.
I grew up on Dragon Ball Z.
Nope.
Well, I mean, you never really watched it, so you wouldn't.
I watch Gundam with my dad.
And some of the Gundam series. What's the one with Lelouch?
SAO3 is coming out this year. Yeah, we're super excited. We like the dubbed ones the most. Yeah.
Jeez.
We like the dubbed ones the most. Seven Deadly Sins. Yes, Greg. That's an excellent one. That's on Netflix too.
I got Luna hooked on that one.
Yeah, I like that one.
Even though he's very inappropriate with the princess.
Yeah. Yeah, boys, it's not something you want to model with women.
You can count on one hand the people
assault.
in the world aware of its true nature.
Death Note, yeah. Yeah, we're pretty hyped about the SAO3 coming out as well, Shots.
In any case, we shall begin the infiltration. I advance towards Radikan, which is across the street from the train station.
What not to do. Correct, Greg.
Of course.
With three older sisters, we will whoop your behind if we find out you mistreat a girl.
This is enemy territory. I can't just stride through the front door like an average person. I bypass the elevators and escalators and head towards the 8th floor by the stairwell. Move this hand. There we go. Beep. At long last, I make it to the 8th floor. Honestly, I didn't think it would be so brutal. Oh, damn it.
Some note.
Sorry, no, that was just the menu by accident.
Oh.
I think it's summarizing where you are.
Mayuri. Who was that on the phone? The girl. Sheena Mayuri immediately resumes our conversation. She followed me all the way up here, and she isn't even short of breath.
If I told you, I'd have to kill you.
Womp womp.
And as you read the text before, there was nobody on the phone.
Thanks, Ocarine. Mayuri is 16. 2 years younger than me. He looks like he's like 35. She's more like a little sister than your typical childhood friend. Been looking out for her as long as I can remember.
I used to hope that Mayuri might become the key to Steins Gate, but now I've reconsidered. I don't want that terrible fate for her. She should live a normal life. That is my present wish. Once inside, we're greeted by a sign reading Dr. Nakabachi. Nakabachi. Time Machine Press Conference. Damn it, wrong button.
Ocarine.
Mayuri insists on calling me Ocarine, but it's neither my real name nor my code name. It's just one of those annoying nicknames people use. How many times do I have to tell you? Don't call me Ocarine.
Huh? But I've always called you that.
That was then. I have since become Hyon Kyoma, the insane mad scientist hunted by several organizations the world over. This is fun.
But that's too hard to remember. True
In any
name.
case, Hyon Kyoma is my true name.
And besides, it doesn't even sound like Okabe Rintaro. You're weird.
I've taught myself to speak some Japanese. That's pretty awesome. Yeah, it's one thing that I want to get to know at some point. Okabe Rintaro might be maybe my real name, but I have rejected it, for it is stupid. And so I also hate the derivative Ocarine.
So, Ocarine, can I ask you something?
In one ear and out the other.
What are we doing here?
Wait, you followed me here without knowing why?
Yep.
We're here for Dr. Nakabachi's press conference. We're standing in the assembly hall on the 8th floor of Radikan. It is here that the conference will be held.
Press conference? But where are the reporters?
Mayuri is right. Considering Nakabachi's notoriety...
Notoriety.
Yeah, notoriety, sorry. And the topic at hand, I was expecting a larger audience. Could this be the organization working its twisted influence? I thought that Nakabachi was like me, a scientist fighting to overthrow the organization, but this press conference suggests other motives at work. Our enemies won't miss this chance. I'd prefer not to get wrapped up in this mess. Nevertheless, I'm interested in what he has to say.
You wrapped something? Is it his birthday too?
Yeah, she's pretty dumb. Keep your guard up, Mayuri. I suspect this won't be a normal convert. I didn't even finish my sentence. Are we under attack? Are they trying to fry our brains with electromagnetic waves? We're definitely under attack. It's coming from above us. But we're on the top floor. All that's above is the roof.
An earthquake? Is it magnitude 2? What does magnitude mean again?
No time to deal with Mayuri's confusion. Something's not right about this. Feeling uneasy, I bolt out of the conference hall. I run up the stairs to the roof, ignoring the no trespassing signs in my way. What the? A strange machine is sitting in the middle of the roof. It's huge, maybe 3 meters tall. And looks kind of like a satellite. Who put it here? Was it Dr. Nakabashi? Is it part of his presentation? Impossible. Even if that were the case, how the hell would he get it up here? This is the rooftop of an 8-story building, for crying out loud. Please stay back, everybody. The press conference will proceed as scheduled. Is she trying to hide something? Her response is unusually quick, almost like she's trying to keep me away from that device. I've got a nose for conspiracies, and this thing's of a cover-up. Just what are they trying to hide? I didn't realize it in the heat of the moment, but the lock on the rooftop door was broken. Is this a result of a mere prank, or could it be the organization at work? Though the stench of conspiracy burns at my nostrils, I resignedly, there we go, returned to the 8th floor. Ba-da-da-da. Mayuri is nowhere to be seen. She's not in the event hall either. Favorite SAO character? I find her on the 7th floor. The several capsule toy machines are lined up near the 7th floor entrance. Favorite SAO character?
I like Kirito.
I liked...
I also like I can't remember what the black guy's name is. I can't remember.
The black, or not the black, well, he was the blacksmith too.
Yeah.
And then the bar owner.
Yeah, I liked him too. I don't know, they just had really good characters.
I liked a character. Well, I feel like if I played a game like that, I would end up being like Kirito. She's gazing upon them with a wistful look. What are you doing?
Well, I really wanted a Oopa. Mayuri points to the capsule machine reading Rainet Access Battlers Oopa Collection. Nowadays, it's hard to find anyone familiar with Rainet Kakeru. Rainet Kakeru is a popular anime series with its own card game spin-off, Rainet Access Battlers. They even hold international tournaments. Oopa is the series' mascot character. It resembles an elliptical egg with limbs sticking out, like some kind of deformed dog.
Then by all means, go ahead. I don't have any money.
But Mayushi's all out of 100 yen coins.
Mayushi is what Mayuri calls herself sometimes. According to her, it's supposed to have a star at the end. Mayushi star. Kind of like Luna having hearts on her signature.
So can I borrow 100 yen, please?
Do you think it's that easy, Mayuri? You'll get no money from me. Instead, I'll show you just how harsh life really is. Oh, I pull out a 100 yen coin and drop it into the machine's coin slot. Guess what you got? I open up the capsule and take out the contents.
It's an Oopa, and it's metal. A metal Oopa.
So if you know, like, Japanese culture, or at least some games, the metal ones are like the rare stuff.
Yep.
Like the metal slimes in Dragon Quest, for example. Is it rare? It's the rarest!
Super rare!
Mayuri's eyes are sparkling. Does she really want it that badly? I give this creature of metal to you, Mayuri. Honestly, I don't want it.
Really? Are you sure, Ocarine?
The name's Hyoen Kyoma.
Thank you, Ocarine.
Is she doing it on purpose? Thank you all for coming to Dr. Nakabashi's Time Machine press conference. Sounds like they're starting. Let's go, Mayuri, sorry. Mary.
Just a sec. I gotta write my name.
She's preoccupied with Metal Oopa. I go on ahead. I do like that they didn't just rip the scenes from the anime. They actually, it looks like new art and everything that they did. Even though the art style is almost identical. Without further ado, I am pleased to introduce the inventor, Dr. Nakabashi. Please welcome him. Bye-bye, Mr. Brent. I am Dr. Nakabashi. Thank you all for coming. Now then, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to begin with my theory of time travel, the greatest scientific breakthrough of the century. There are about 20 people now, including us. But still no media presence to speak of. So this is the extent of Dr. Nabakabakaba fame.
Nakabachis.
I'm just going to call him Dr. Naka. No one believes that he invented a time machine. I was interested in what he had to say, true, but my expectations were no higher than the rest of the onlookers. And a good thing they weren't. As he proceeds to explain his time machine design, my curiosity quickly turns to disappointment, then anger. Doctor! I find it funny how most animes have characters that look American but speak fluent Japanese. I always find that amusing too. Well, and then if you think about it too, then when they Americanize the animes, then it's just purely American actors pretending to be Japanese. Do you take us for fools? Who the hell are you? Who the hell are you? Am I? Someone who knows you for a fraud. That's who. You stole that theory from John Teeter. And you call yourself an inventor? So someone throw this man out. You're the one who should be thrown out, Doctor. Have you no shame? You have no right to call yourself an inventor. Shut your mouth, you little pest. Just then, someone taps me on the shoulder from behind. And suddenly grabs my arm. Is it a staffer? Nay, an agent from the organization? Unhand me, you... Huh? It's a girl about my age. Her face looks somehow familiar. Where have I seen it before? Ah, it's Makise Kurisu.
Makise Kurisu.
Yeah, Makise. We haven't met, but I know her face. I like how she's wearing the same outfit as she was in that picture. A few days ago, my friend Daru showed me a magazine article titled Girl Genius Gives Lecture in Akihabara. The article was about a 17-year-old girl who had graduated from an American university. Her thesis was even published in a major scientific journal. What business could this genius girl have with me? Makuse Kariso. What business could the genius girl have with me? Could you come with me? Oh.
Could you come with me for a moment?
I don't believe that Makise is a staff member at this venue. Which means no! No! Sorry. You're with the organization? Huh?
Huh?
That's you.
Stop fooling around and come with me.
I decided to shut up and follow suit. My outburst has already attracted too much attention. I let Makise lead me out of the assembly hall. Try anything and people are sure to notice. What will your superiors say then? What are
you talking about? I just need to ask you something.
Also, in animes like JoJo's Bizarre Adventures, they take place in America for some time, and everyone there speaks fluent Japanese.
I just need to ask you something.
What makes you think I'll answer? I know how the organization operates.
What's with this organization stuff?
Instead of answering, I take up my phone and put it to my ear. It's me. I've been caught by an organization agent. Yes, it's Makise Kurisu. She's a dangerous one. No, it's fine. I'll find a way to... What skill? I didn't have time to react. What are you doing? That was me. What are you doing?
Huh? Your phone's off. Who were you talking to?
Your techniques don't work on me, but I'll tell you anyway. That's no ordinary phone. It's designed to deactivate the moment it leaves my hand. Such measures are necessary to maintain secrecy. I know things that could get me killed. This statement was a mere gambit to get my phone back from Cariso, but it somehow worked. Ooh, that was close.
So, you talk to yourself.
Gah. This is bad. Ordinary methods don't work on Makise, the genius girl. On the contrary, she's the one secking me out. Damn, looks like I'll have to make a tactical retreat. If I can just find an opening. Just when I think I've found my moment, Cariso's gaze meets mine, locking me in place. Her powerful gaze blazes with strength of will. Such fire, I can't look away. Could someone with such pure eyes really be an organization agent?
What were you trying to tell me earlier?
Earlier? What are you talking about?
About 15 minutes ago, before the conference started.
Nonsense, this is the first time we've met. I was with Mayuri and that Upa toy about 15 minutes ago.
You were trying to tell me something, right? You looked really upset.
Is this a trap? It does seem like one of the organization's dirty tricks. But would this girl do something that underhanded?
You looked like you were going to start crying any second. Why? Have we met before?
She seems sincere. That makes her even more suspicious. And how do you know my name? Oh.
And how do you know my name?
My knowledge has no limits. I'm a mad scientist after all. Genius girl, our next meeting shall be as enemies.
Huh?
Farewell. I ran down the stairs and quickly hid in the opposite stairway. I hear Makise's voice echoing after me, calling for me to stop, like I'd listen to the enemy. Damn, the organization. They must be serious if they're sending in agents like her. But I can't let them capture me yet. My mission was to attend the conference and evaluate Dr. Naka's research. Now that I know he's a fraud, there's no real point in going back. I guess I'll just go home. But wait, aren't I forgetting something important? Mayuri? Durr. I was trying to prioritize the girl's safety, but I got careless. I'll try calling her first. If she's alright, then I can just have her meet me here. With that thought in mind, I take up my phone, I turn it on, and it rings just as I do. An email? It's not just a regular email, there's a video attached. And it's from an unknown address. I open the video file with some trepidation. Is this a prank? Or some sort of Maki-sei's Kurisu style attack? Maybe the noise is some sort of make people go crazy frequency. No, wait, I don't remember giving her my mail address, so I'm probably just thinking too hard. I have more pressing matters to deal with anyways. I stop the video and call Mayuri's phone from my address book. Damn it, Mayuri. Why won't you pick up? At this point, I have no choice but to go search for her. But things will get messy if I bump heads with Makise again. Still, leaving without Mayuri is not an option. Call me overprotective, but she's like a little sister to me, and there's a very real danger that she might wander off somewhere the moment I let her out of my sight. And by somewhere, I really do mean anywhere. Mayuri has always been like that. I never know if she'll be there when I turn to look. In a sense, that's why I became Hyoin Kyoma. With a sigh, I closed my phone and began my search. Suddenly, I hear footsteps coming up the staircase.
I'm gonna go to bed.
But this is yours.
Ocarine! My metal Oopa ran away.
Already? Ran away? What? It's alive? That's a little hard to believe.
I think I dropped it.
I see, so she was looking for it. Geez, to think I was actually worried about her. Forget about it. You can always get another one.
No way. Metal Oopas sell upwards of 10,000 yen online, you know?
Wait, what?
Wait, what?
That toy was worth that much? Think, Mayuri, where did you drop it? I don't know, that's why I'm looking. And even if we find it, you can't sell it, okay? Mwahaha. That 10,000 yen will fund my research. I said you can't sell it. It even has Mayushi's name on it. Thus begins our search for the metal Oopa. Doo-doo-doo, Oopa Oopa, come out, wherever you are. Mayuri tries calling its name. I don't know if she truly expects a response. By the way, Tuturu is Mayuri's catchphrase. Tuturu! It means, actually, I've never bothered to ask what it means. Anyway, the metal Oopa is nowhere to be found. This might mean that she didn't drop it at the 7th floor near the capsule machines, but somewhere on her way to the 8th floor. There's also a possibility that it was pilfered by someone who knows just how much a metal Oopa is worth. What kind of man steals a helpless girl's toy? Is there nothing in his heart but lust for money? Sounds like you, Ocarine. Whoa, wasn't expecting that from Mayuri. What was that? Was that a scream? I think so. First the incident on the roof, and now this. What is going on here? Stay here, Mayuri. I followed the scream up the stairs and down a dark, empty hallway. I'm pretty sure it came from around that corner. And there, through a conspicuously open door, I see it. There's something on the ground, motionless. I recognize her clothing. What was it? It can't be. What? Makisi Kuroso. The impertinent genius girl I fought with just 30 minutes ago is now face down in a pool of bright red blood. She's dead. No, but why? I want to run away. I shouldn't have come. This is wrong. There's no other explanation. When does your surgery rotation start?
March 4th.
March 4th, so 2 weeks. Someone killed Makise. Who would do such a thing? There's no one else here. I need to get out of here now. I rush down to the 7th floor to grab Mayuri. What you eating? Chocolate? What happened, Ocarine? We're leaving. I race down the stairs trying to drive the image of Cariso's dead body from my mind, but I can't.
Good night.
Good night, Luna. They said bye too. I have to leave. I'll have to leave in about 10 minutes. Okay. It seems like the intro to this game is a lot longer than I was expecting, but it does kind of like set up the story. Because after these, at least in the anime, right? There was the first episode where he goes through all of this, finds her dead body, and then in the second episode is when he starts jumping around. What will you be streaming tomorrow? Oh, well, Luna will be here tomorrow, so we'll finish Captain Toad. Because there's only one episode left. And then we might do a different 2-player game. Shouldn't there be something more? I guess I just didn't know her that well. I wasn't expecting Captain Toad to be finished that quickly too, but when it's 2-player, it definitely goes by a lot quicker. Hey, what happened? You look really pale. She looks slow, but she's actually pretty fast on her feet. Someone died. Eh? I take several deep breaths. The color of that blood still stains my brain. But I've calmed down a bit. Makisi Crusoe is dead, and I don't know who the killer is. Sirens in the distance, I guess an ambulance will be here soon. You're okay. Trust me, at work I do that a lot, where I leave the caps lock on because I do some work with caps lock on, and then some work without, so then sometimes when I'm sending an email, I forget that caps lock is on, and I just yell at the person. Then the police will arrive and the area will become a crime scene. But for now, the crowds milling through Akihabara have no idea what has happened. Everyone is going about their business as usual, the never-ending search for electronics, moe, and porn. I take my phone out of my pocket, perhaps out of reflex. I'm not sure what I plan to do with it. I know. My friend Daru, I'll tell him what happened just now since he knows about Makise. Who could stay calm after witnessing something like that? I have no idea who did it. I don't even know for sure that it was a stabbing. I just made the assumption based on the pool of blood on the floor and the fact that I didn't hear any gunshots. On the other hand, I didn't write that she was dead, even though I'm pretty sure she was. I can't explain why I didn't. If I had to say, I guess I felt like writing it down would set it in stone. I finished typing and placed my thumb over the send button. Like, what is the report on the wall repair and the meeting is in 30 minutes? Yes, I've definitely had that happen a few times. And then sometimes, like, because I type without looking at what I'm typing or the keyboard, so sometimes I'll be typing and looking at something else, and then I'll look back and I realize half of it is freaking caps lock. I'm like, I'm too lazy to delete that and retype it, so I just leave it and be like, sorry, caps lock. With the lightest touch, I press down, sending. And thus the actual story begins here. What was that? Wait, look around. Or the premise of the story begins here. They're gone. Summer break, 12:54 p.m. Akihabara. And a 3-minute walk from the station. Right there. In an instant, hundreds of pedestrians disappeared into thin air without a trace. Is this a dream? Am I hallucinating? I don't know, but they're gone. I saw them vanish with my own 2 eyes. I stood there alone in a completely empty Akihabara, speechless and petrified. I look around, but no one is there, not even Mayuri. I start to run through the uncannily empty streets of Akihabara. I don't see anyone. Not so much as a sign of life. I have absolutely no idea what is going on. My mind is racing. I feel a strange presence above me. Then I look up. And there, at the top of Radikan, sticking out from the 8th floor where I had just been, is a crashed satellite. Do you ever plan on doing other videos other than stream highlights? Not sure what you're asking. That's where it is at now. Do you mean the videos that are on my stream? Like on my channel? Do you have any other plans for... Do you have plans for other YouTube videos other than stream re-uploads? Probably not. Because I like the ease of using Twitch, and then it's just one button to record everything. And then I can just upload it. Whereas when I was doing the YouTube, I had some issues with our previous recording thing, and then syncing the audio and the video and all that nonsense. And after a while, it just became more of a headache to me, and it kind of took the fun out of YouTube for me, having to do so much editing. But this way, where I can just live stream and just basically archive it onto my YouTube, makes my life much easier. And it keeps Twitch like fun for me. Hey you, can you see us? Why won't you answer? I'm asking you a question. Yes, you on the other side of this monitor. Your silence only strengthens my hypothesis. So yeah, for my YouTube, it's pretty much just gonna be an archive now. I like the ability to be. I like the ability of being able to edit, but it's also nice to stream and not do anything every once in a while. Yeah, because I did the YouTube for over a year, and especially during that summer that Aqua was here, we played a lot of games, and then I had a backlog of stuff to edit, and it just felt like work instead of fun at that time. And I did enjoy parts of the editing and adding in stuff and whatnot, but then I don't know. In this sense, it just focuses what I'm doing, or what we are doing, on having fun playing games and having fun talk to you guys, and not corresponding with you guys. For it is you who are inside. Your reality is nothing but lies and shadows. Naturally, that includes you too. True reality is on this side of the screen. Don't believe me? I don't blame you. Few are those who can handle the truth. But no matter, I shall speak in simpler terms, easy enough even for you to understand. So this is him just being ridiculous and talking to, this was mostly for exposition. He's talking to the TV as if he's talking to the organization that's spying on him. Quiet, I am a mad scientist, remember? From the station, head down to Chio, blah blah blah. So he's giving his location. On the first floor is Braun Tube. So there's a parts repair shop downstairs. Also, I can tell you my real name if you prefer to call me other than Shots all the time. Doesn't matter what you prefer. Like me, you can call me Shadow, you can call me Ryan. Doesn't matter. That's how we can afford to maintain his ridiculously niche hobby shop even as the land value continues to rise. He may seem a rough sort, but he is no match for my charisma. Now the entire second floor is mine for next to nothing. I digress. The Future Gadget Laboratory is currently experiencing a severe shortage of manpower. We welcome dedicated scientists from all fields to apply. At present, our researchers are Okarin. You have to say lab mems, not research. Our lab mems, laboratory members, are 3. I am the founder and lab member 001, the mad scientist. Okarin is cuter though. Next we have our resident cosplayer and only female member 002. And our resident super hacker, lab member number 3. Stop calling me that. It's super hacker. Duh. Here at Future Gadget Laboratory, we devote ourselves to the art of invention. Personally, now that we have plans to be working together more and just being able to be friends in general, my real name seems more appropriate, which is Kyle. Okay. Well, it's nice to make your acquaintance, Kyle. Our top priority, of course, is to develop weapons for the war with Dark Dominion, but that research has spawned a number of offshoot inventions. In fact, that's all it has spawned. Our arsenal of future gadgets is up to 8, but this is just the beginning. I have a total of 108 inventions to create. Like in the tennis manga? I'm just kind of blazing through the exposition part. Yeah, it's just the random thing on the TV. It appears that our attempts to communicate has failed. It's sad to see someone so deeply in denial of reality. Well, I have to go take a shower and go to bed now, so I'll be tuning in to stream after school tomorrow, so I'll see you then, Ryan. Have a good night, Shots, and thanks for sticking around. We'll definitely be playing something more entertaining tomorrow. I thought this was gonna get into the meat of the game sooner, where you actually make the choices and change the story and all that fun stuff. But we'll play something better tomorrow. And thanks for sticking around, Gregory. Maybe they think we're still in the game. But aren't your 2D girlfriends the same way? That's different. Those girls are my wives. Nobody cares about your harem. But Mayushi touched upon a very interesting theme, you know. What if we're actually just characters in the game? Any way we can know for sure? No. Come on. Such questions are meaningless. Our time is better spent on thinking of ways to destroy the system. A step back from the monitor. Displayed on the screen is the ugly, cute character Alpaca Man. The game exploded in popularity when it was released 10 years ago, but personally I find only the ugly part of ugly cute to be true. Waifu. I bought it yesterday, 500 yen used, headset included. I turned to Daru with a menacing glare. Shut it, Haka. I am Hyoin Kyoma. That's your character's name, right? Oh, Daru, your communication skills are beyond repair. I'll have you know, I go to a ton of offline meets. This fat, bespectacled guy is my brother in arms and right-hand man, Ashida Itaru, nicknamed Daru. He has 2D wives on whom he cheats with 3D maids. I don't agree with his preferences, but to him, anything is fine as long as it's moe. Oh, the needle bit in my finger. This ditzy girl is in charge of the lab's official costume division. And today she's working on costumes at her usual leisurely pace. Unfortunately, I have no idea if the costumes are well made or not, because I don't know what the characters are supposed to look like. Why does Future Gadget Laboratory need costumes? It doesn't. The truth is, Mayuri is completely useless. Still, there is no way I'd ever kick her out. After all, she's the first one to join the Future Gadget Laboratory. I still remember the day Mayuri came to the lab. It was spring. She said to me, Mayushi is Okurin's hostage. I belong here. To me, her offer was my salvation. So, did Alpaca Man say anything? Nope, nothing. Damn antisocial alpaca. The TV made a sound like it's shorted, and then the screen goes blank. Change channel, nothing. Check the power, nothing. Whack it again, nothing. I guess it's broken. Damn. This crummy TV's on lease from Brown Tube's workshop downstairs. It's probably just old. You made Mr. Alpaca angry. Damn, I'll have to get it repaired later. I turn off the TV and look out the window. I can't stand the humidity of Japanese summers. Blessed by a slight breeze blowing through my window, I gaze far into the horizon. I close my eyes, and what naturally comes to mind is that impossible scene I saw an hour ago. They're gone. And it wasn't just the people on the street. The people in the stores gone, in the restaurants gone, even the cars had vanished, drivers and all. And it all happened in the blink of an eye. Suddenly, an empty city spread before me. Heat was rising from the asphalt in waves, but I felt only a cold chill down my spine. Then, wandering through the deserted Akiba, I saw a satellite smash into the rooftop. I just stood there, breathless, until... What's wrong? Mayuri's voice brought me back to reality. Mayuri hadn't disappeared. Everyone disappeared just now, right? Huh? You saw it too, right? Just now before our very eyes? Did you see it, Mayuri? You saw it, right? Huh? I didn't see anything. You didn't? You saw nothing at all? There were people here a second ago, weren't there? There were? Even the store employees are gone. That's impossible by any measure. Of course they are. Her reply didn't make any sense. It was like this when we got here. Oh, I know. You're seeing things, aren't you? I'm sure it was because of the heat. How could she laugh at a time like this? I thought she was a bit strange, but maybe her brain is actually broken. I realized she couldn't help me. With nowhere else to turn, I looked up to the bright blue sky. Naturally, my eyes drifted to the top floor, where I had been just a moment before. There it was, an enormous machine like some satellite, embedded in the roof of the building. The same building where just moments before I'd found Makisei's body in a pool of blood. What happened to her? Has anybody called an ambulance? Just before everyone disappeared, I could have sworn I heard the ambulance siren. Makisei might still be in a dark room, cold, bloody, and alone. The thought disturbed me, but the question at the forefront of my mind was... What the hell is that satellite doing there? Satellite. Right before Dr. Naka's presentation, the building was shaken by an unknown force. The roof door lock had been broken, and beyond it sat a large satellite machine. That's right, when I saw it, the object was neatly sitting on the rooftop. But that's not what I'm seeing now. The satellite had penetrated the top floor of the building. It looked as if it completely obliterated the room where Dr. Naka's press conference had been held. It must have fallen out of orbit without burning up in the atmosphere somehow. I knew it was crazy, but what other explanation could there be? The real question was, when did that happen? Mayuri, about that satellite. Yep, what a surprise, huh? What do you mean, what a surprise? It made a huge kaplow sound. It certainly did make a sound. But I don't think it was kaplow. I'd say it was more of a zzz, like the roar of an earthquake. Did that satellite fall out of the sky? Did it? Do you think any aliens were on board? Had I lost my mind? What I had seen didn't match at all with what Mayuri was saying. Suddenly, nothing seemed real. Had I dreamed it all? I caught the attention of a policeman trying to cordon off the scene and tell him about the stabbing of Makisei, but no one got stabbed at Roddy. He annoyedly insists. What? How could he say that with such certainty? We were escorted to the UPX and released. There were people at UPX like usual. And that brings us to the present. I'm baffled. Did the whole hour since the beginning of Naka's presentation really happen? I check online for any news. The net is buzzing about with mysterious machine that crashed into the Radi. Nobody had mentioned anything about the disappearance of hundreds of people from Akiba's streets, nor about Makise's murder. It's all a mystery. A mystery. I see. So that's it. This is an elaborate cover-up by the organization. Their influence is corrupted. Local law enforcement, which means our entire government may already be under their control. My god. But they underestimated me, for I am not so easily played. One day, I will expose their deeds and put an end to their reign. Having come to a satisfactory conclusion, I take a celebratory bottle of Dr. P, my favorite soda from the fridge. An elixir's intellectualis, a drink fit for a genius. Cola's better. Okarin really loves his Dr. P. I pity the man who knows not the greatness of this beverage. Mwahaha. Step through the curtain dividing its center and you'll enter the heart of the future gadget laboratory, a top secret development room restricted only to laboratory members. Personally, I'm not fond of this cheap curtain. I often dream of replacing it with an airlock, but our research budget is already scraping the bottom of the barrel. Besides, what's important isn't money, it's ambition. All of the windows here are weather stripped with packing tape so it's dim and hot, almost like a sauna. I've been waiting to buy an air conditioner for the lab, but there's no money for that. We're currently accepting donations. Daru, is the plan progressing smoothly? What plan? I sigh and turn his attention to the table in the middle of the room. Sitting majestically on top of the table is a commercial-grade microwave oven. It's significantly larger than its newer home models. The plan, as in the plan, obviously, I'm talking about perfecting gadget number 8. Oh, that? How was I supposed to know what you meant? We've known each other for, what, 3 years now? We went to high school together and now we're going to the same university. We share an inseparable bond, like prison cellmates. He's only been a lab member for 2 months, though. We're in different classes junior year, and actually we didn't talk at all, so 2 years. Details. The point is, we've known each other for a long time. I expect you to keep up with me here. Nope. Man, all I wanted to do is have one of those cool cryptic conversations where we talk about plans and preparations and other important sounding stuff, but no one knows what it means except us. So are we any closer to figuring what's wrong with number 8? Not yet. So far, the Future Gadget Laboratory has completed a total of 8 inventions. As I explained to Alpaca Man, the lab's primary goal is to develop weapons for the war against the Dark Dominion led by the organization. At present, we haven't completed any inventions of that sort. On the contrary, we haven't even figured out what we should make. But along the way, we managed to create some ingenious future-ish gadgets as a byproduct of our research. It is a fundamental truth of science that great inventions are often created by accident. So far, they total 8 in number. Blah 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 blah. Anyway, our number 8, the phone wave, name subject to change. Phone wave is a pretty weak name, so I've added its subject to change to it to the end until we come up with something better. For the record, it was Mayuri's idea, not mine. But I digress. The phone wave's name subject to change is, in short, a remote-controlled microwave. A few days ago, we discovered the phone wave's name subject to change has a second unintended capability. Our brave, or possibly just ditzy Mayuri, had made it her daily routine to heat some frozen fried chicken by remote controlled. Long story short, she was defrosting her beloved juicy chicken number 1 As usual, when the unexpected happened, the chicken came out more frozen than when she put it in. The microwave refroze the chicken. Bear in mind, the frozen chicken had almost thawed by the time she had placed it in the phone wave. But when she removed it, it was frozen solid. Since then, Daru and I have been searching for the cause. We tried copying what Mayuri did, but we can't reproduce the freezing phenomenon. And when we tried to freeze a banana, it turned out really weird. I just don't get it. Mayuri, bring forth the bananas. So this is when the story gets very weird, but then it explains itself quickly. Are you gonna turn them into gel bananas again? That's been bugging me, Mayuri. Can you stop calling them gel bananas? Gel nanas? But gel bananas are gel bananas. Whatever, get moving. Why do you have to use the whole bunch? It's a waste of food. I take the bananas from Mayuri and stick the whole bunch into the phone wave. Your stinginess could cost us the battle with the organization. Oh. That's fine with me. Mayushi always buys the bananas, and now Mayushi can't eat a single one. Next time, we'll only do one banana. The phone wave is simple to use. It's a microwave with a phone taped on. The number is already in my address book. I just need to call the phone wave. I waste no time. The call connects in an instant. Hello, this is phone wave. Be quiet, I'm trying to listen. You can operate the timer from this menu. After pushing the pound button, please enter the heating time in seconds. For example, this method was originally a simple mistake on Mayuri's part, but it somehow starts the freezing process. The three of us wait and stare at the spinning bananas. After 120 seconds pass, the microwave chimes. Well, the gel bananas are ready. It just gets more confusing every time. Daru, you wouldn't mind eating one of these, would you? Of course you wouldn't. It's for science. They look really nasty. The taste doesn't matter. What matters is that you eat it. So come on, Daru. No need to be shy. Break a leg or a stomach. Go for it. No way. Fine, Mayuri. The honor shall be yours. But gel bananas are all goopy, droopy, soft, and squishy. Wait, she already tried one? This girl's ditziness is truly on another level. It had no flavor and wasn't tasty at all. Gloopy, droopy, soft, and squishy. Daru, what do you think? Soft and squishy bananas, huh? In any case, there's nothing we can do about it now. It's time for Daru and I to head to Daibiru. There's going to be a seminar at ATF and we have to be there. Summer credits, basically. We have to attend the seminar and write a report. Come to think of it, what's today's seminar about again? I looked it up before the summer holiday began. I should have written it down. Behind me is a large unidentified object that crashed into a building near Akihabara Station. The building is under a police barricade. No one is allowed to approach, but from a distance the object appears to be some kind of satellite. You know, I'm really sad about dropping my Upa. It's worse than last year when I missed buying Fatty Jero Froggy. Responding to every last aspect of a message is a waste of time. I should just pick one topic to respond to. Or maybe I won't reply at all. I will reply. I said I'll reply. Oh. Unlike the lab, Daiburu has air conditioning, making it an oasis for poor students like us. Yet another reason for our diligent participation in the seminar. About the phone wave, name subject to change, I might have found our answer. You know that phone wave, or the blah blah blah, is really annoying. I won't give in that easily, even if no other lab members use name subject to change. I will carry on until the day we decide its true name. Now is not the time. So what's your latest ridiculous theory? What do you mean ridiculous? My genius brain considers every possibility, even those a lesser mind would say break the laws of nature. Don't you dare call that ridiculous. So you're just pulling stuff out of your ass. You can't call that science. Stop interrupting me. At this rate, I'll never get to my point. Daru, I have a hunch that the phone wave may be key to opening Steins' gate. How's that? Steins, what? You lost me at ridiculous, man. Let me share my revelations about the phone wave. Damn you. My brilliant ideas will clearly find no purchase with Daru. Time to change the topic. So you're telling me you have no interest in checking out Radicon? I won't get to see anything anyways. Besides, most of the info's out on the net anyways. But when I asked them if there's any information about Makise on the channel, that again? What do you mean again? I mean, you sent me that email like a week ago, right? I sent you an email? Don't be ridiculous. I saw her dead just 3 hours ago. You know, that message was kind of weird. It was dated a week after I got it, which means it came from the future. He's right, the email was sent from my phone. It was split into 3 mails. Someone stabbed Makise Kurusu. Don't. This is the email I sent you 3 hours ago. A chime signals our arrival at the 5th floor. The elevator's door opens slowly. As we step out of the elevator, I see a girl, and I recognize her. You're... Impossible. Chills run down my spine. I can't move a finger. I stare at her face in disbelief. Makise Kuruso. Are you still there, Greg, by the way? Is there something wrong? You should be dead. Why are you here? And you're even... There is no single bloodstain on her clothes, and the same ones. They are the same ones she was wearing when I found her. Only a serious wound could have produced that much blood. Yet, as far as I can tell, she's completely uninjured. Not a single scratch. I realize that I'm gaping in disbelief, or gasping in disbelief. What's wrong with you? You're okay. But that's impossible. Someone stabbed you. I saw you lying in a pool of blood. Hey, could you not talk about me like that? I'm perfectly fine. Is she an illusion? No. An evil spirit? Am I haunted? I don't believe in such unscientific drivel. I am a mad scientist. Feels silky, quite the cuticles. Substance. She has substance. Of course, she's not a ghost. How silly of me. Her skin's so soft, so alive. Dead bodies don't feel like this. Not that I've ever touched one. Ocarina, I don't think that's a good idea. Hey, are you trying to get yourself arrested? Were you expecting her to be alive? I just want to know the truth. That's right, she was stabbed. Maybe she's just hiding her wounds. That requires further investigation. I grab the hem of her jacket. Pull it aside and take a good look at her chest. What truth, you pervert? You're stupid? You want to die? Louis Chan's famous line for the win. I know what I saw. Earlier this afternoon, after Dr. Naka's presentation, someone killed Makise and left her in a pool of blood. I carefully explained everything that I saw. Wait, Dr. Naka? What are you talking about, Ocarina? Dr. Naka's presentation was cancelled. Cancelled? Yeah, because of the satellite crash. Something's wrong. Our stories are not matching. Time. Oh, right. Thank you. Cariso glances at me one more time, then sighs and heads toward a small conference room. We should go to. Go where? To hear the lecture, duh. Ah, that. Did she come to attend the lecture too? Strange. Why would the girl genius Makise Kurisu need to attend a lecture like this? Okay, my guess was a bit off. The girl genius didn't come to attend a lecture. I'd like to thank everyone for coming to hear me speak today. She's the one giving the lecture. Japan's famous girl genius, Makise, who had her thesis published at the tender age of 17. According to Daru, she turned 18 a few days ago. I first heard about her when Daru pointed her out in a gossip magazine article. It's my first time giving a lecture like this, so please forgive me if I'm a little nervous. The audience is pretty mixed. It's mostly students like us, but there are also a couple professors. And Kurisu just gave me a sharp look. What did I do? When I stare back at her, she quickly looks away. It's not like I don't care if she's a genius or whatever. I still don't like her. She may have these people fooled with her timid girl act, but I learned at Radican how cunning and aggressive she really is. Even if her murder was some kind of hallucination, my judgment of her character is still correct. For today's lecture, I've been asked to speak on the subject of time travel. It's not really my area of expertise, but I'll try my best. Time travel. Oh-ho! Let me start by saying that time travel is an absurd concept. Objection. Huh? It's presumptuous for you to claim that time travel is absurd. Oh, Karin, you magnificent fool. An ATF staffer entered the room, ready to kick me out, but Kurisu stopped him. Perhaps I got carried away too. Okay, it's fine, I guess. It'll be easier to talk in a discussion format. Thanks to her proposal, the event staff refrained from escorting me out. She sounded a little pissed, but let's not mind that. But before that, please listen to my thoughts on the subject. Scientists have proposed many theoretical models of time travel, but there are 11 in particular that bear mentioning. What are they? The major theories of time travel? I've heard about the cosmic string theory, at least. So what you missed is, I think after you left, everyone in the town, the town square disappeared, and Kyoma basically was confused because he was all by himself out in the street, and there was not a single person around, and he was running around the town for a while until Mayuri came out of nowhere and started speaking to him. And then she was explaining that what he went through so far didn't happen. And then about 3 hours later, him and Daru, one of the other lab members from his crazy science gadget laboratory, Daru got an email from Hyoin, the one that he had sent after Kurisu had died, but it was dated a week in the past. And then after the elevator ride was done, they opened up the doors to the elevator opened up and she was there, and obviously he's freaking out because he saw her die, but all of a sudden she's alive. So then he was talking about the conference that he was at, Dr. Naka's conference, but both Daru and her told him that the conference was canceled, and obviously he's confused because he was at the conference, and she's giving a different conference at this time, so that's why he's here listening to her. And her first statement is that time travel is ridiculous. However, all these models are purely theoretical. Some of them even contradict each other. Well, what if someone comes up with a 12th model? Right. It could be contradicted by the 13th model now, couldn't it? Accursed girl. I didn't expect that you'd twist my question and use it against me. All of a sudden, I can feel everyone's eyes on me. It's risky to be conspicuous, so I probably shouldn't get too carried away. I've heard a lot about Warframe, but I haven't actually played it myself. By the way, time travel to the future is available to us right now, according to Einstein's special theory of relativity. For example, let's say if someone were to go to Haneda Airport and board a plane headed to Okinawa. Upon arrival, that person would be about 100 millionth of a second further into the future than I am. What does that mean? According to the special theory of relativity, time moves slower for objects as they approach the speed of light. For example, if you can run near the speed of light, you can reach a point where time only moves at half as fast for you. If you were to keep running at that speed for 24 hours, 48 hours would elapse in the rest of the world, meaning you would jump one day into the future. Understand, Hyoin Kyoma? Gah, why are you singling me out? Then what about going to the past? Going to the past is possible right now. Take a look at the sky at night. You can see light from tens of thousands of years ago, can't you? Well, I was just getting started. Let's say we wanted to make a machine that could physically transport people through time. What would we need? The best candidates for this are cosmic strings and wormholes. Definitely seems like an anime plot. It is. So that's what I was saying to Gregory before, is that the first episode or two of the anime, it's very confusing because it's throwing everything at you from basically his perspective, and he is just as confused as we are. But then things start unfolding very quickly, and that's when the time traveling part actually happens. And it's not that he is time traveling. When he sends these emails back in the past, it's part of his conscience that's going back in time. A string-shaped crevice. That must be how they enter our universe. But do cosmic strings really exist? Ah, dang it. It has immense mass, blah, blah, blah. Okay, we'll skip this part. Just explaining time travel. Is this on Netflix? You should be able to find it on Crunchyroll. Only watch the first season. Now we apply this to cosmic string moving at near light speed. According to the special theory of relativity, time will flow slower for this cosmic string in relative to its surroundings. In other words, you will arrive in the past after transit. If you use two cosmic strings, you can do a space deficit jump. If you loop back to your original location, you can return to the same time you started revolving. Hi, Luna. What you looking at?
Honey, come into bed.
A little bit. And that, roughly speaking, is time travel by means of cosmic strings. He says hi. Shots.
It's a school night. Go to bed.
By the way, just so nobody misunderstands, cosmic strings are not the same as superstrings. Now then, you need three things in order to time travel to the past with cosmic strings. Yeah. 1.21 gigawatts. What do you think, Hyo-Yun-san? Care to take the challenge of cosmic string time travel? Like that's even possible. And why the hell is she addressing me? Looks like Hyo-Yun-san doesn't want to take on the challenge. In that case, let's consider wormholes. They may be a little more realistic. They may be a little bit more realistic than cosmic strings. By the way, Hyo-Yun, do you know what wormholes are? Since I've been challenged, though, I can't leave the question unanswered. It's like a shortcut through space, right? Yes, that's correct. There are two wormholes joined by a tunnel. No matter how far the wormholes are, the transit through time, the tunnel is 0. Transit time through the tunnels is 0. But oh no, there's a problem. The wormhole tunnel suffers from supergravity and collapses as soon as it opens. So we need something to negate the effect of gravity. Blah, 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 blah. Looks like they pretty much added this whole entire thing to this game, because this wasn't in the anime where they were basically explaining everything in the different time travel theories. But it is interesting because this is stuff that I actually like. Do you recommend I watch your past streams? Yeah, you can watch our Pokemon and Zelda streams. So with the Pokemon, but it'll take hours, yeah. But if not, it's not a big deal. You'll just catch us whenever we're playing new stuff, when you have time, obviously. In order to pass through, you need something that can oppose blah 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 blah. I know you're very interested in Breath of the Wild, so that might interest you more than the Pokemon one, for example. Click, 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 click. Come on, come on. This is stuff I would actually sit through and watch, or read through on my own time because I love relativity and all this fun stuff. Or fun stuff. I love relativity, time travel, all that kind of stuff. Now, do you see what I meant when I said that time travel is an absurd concept? Time travel theories are all just thought experiments. Not one of them can create a viable time machine. That is my answer. This is the limit of modern physics. I can't say how it might change in 10 years, though. Besides, even if someone did overcome the logistical requirements, there may be other factors that prevent time travel from working. And that's because the fundamental problems concerning the principle of causality have not been solved. You mean time paradoxes and conservation of mass? Excuse me. If you think that conservation of mass applies to macro systems like the universe or microsystems like atoms or elemental particles, you're mistaken. What? Is that true? Heh. Ah, she's laughing at my reaction. That little? God, how mortifying. Conservation of mass only applies to chemical reactions. That doesn't hold in modern physics at all. Then what's the problem? The time paradox of time paradoxes. In other words, the grandfather paradox. Oh, the thing where you kill your own ancestors before you were born. As long as this paradox goes unsolved, time travel can never be realized. Never. What if you just don't kill them? You can't think of it like sci-fi movies. It's not just about your family tree. There are far greater dangers than that. Really doesn't seem that dangerous. Any paradox, no matter how small, would cause the total collapse of causality, relativity, and every other physical law in existence. Paradoxes are nothing more than thought experiences. They cannot occur in reality, and they should not. I'm downloading Crunchyroll now so I can watch this anime. Yeah, it's definitely worth a watch. And just get through the first couple episodes, and it'll all start making sense. And then there's one episode in particular that's like super sad to me. And I'm not gonna spoil anything about it. Since you're gonna watch the anime, the universe won't allow it. Wouldn't you say this is a logical conclusion? There may be loopholes like parallel worlds or self-consistency principle, but those seem too much like fantasy for me to accept. Gah! I grind my teeth. Looks like I have no choice but to concede. After the tomb time travel theories she introduced at the beginning, she explained the rest with equal eloquence. She seemed a little nervous at first, but that quickly changed as she spoke. By the end, it was an impressive lecture, so impressive that you wouldn't think it was an 18-year-old's first time. She did well to respond to my malicious questions with sarcasm. She's got guts. Wait, why am I praising her? Leaving that aside, I saw Maki say Kurusu dead. And yet she is alive. My memories don't mesh with reality. And not just my memories of Kurisu, but also my conversations with Mayuri. Daru too. Everything that happens in this reality stands in stark opposition to the world that I remember. Everything would be solved if I just told myself that what I saw was a dream, an illusion. It never happened. By the time I snapped out of my internal monologue, Daru had wandered off. So be it. I need to focus on finding a way to discover the true cause to my contradicting memories anyways. This leaves me with no choice. I need to get exercised. I seriously doubt that Makise Kurisu at the ATF was a ghost. It's kind of late now, though. Um, I do recommend the anime. It's definitely a good watch. Um, this game is probably better off to play off stream on my own time. I didn't realize it was going to be so text heavy. But I mean, that's fine. You know, there's going to be some games that I come on here and try out, and some people might like it, some might not. And then I'm always about trying games for myself and seeing how they work and how I like it. So tomorrow we'll be finishing Captain Toad first thing. And I have a long list of I have a whole library of Switch games over there, and then a whole lot of other games that I want to play too. And then as I told you, Shots, particularly when Luna will be doing her surgery rotation and not having any time, that's when I'll play games like Apex Legends and whatnot too. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. I know this was a bit dry of a stream, this in particular, but you guys stuck around, so I appreciate that a lot. So I'll see you guys tomorrow.